I know we're only supposed to, dwell on the negative when it comes to news. Our national news media, man, they are all about dividing us in every way that they can. They want to destroy our nation, absolutely. And so they dwell on the negative and they sensationalize the minutest points wherever they can to keep us in fear and to keep us hating each other as much as they can. Now, that's awful. I don't know why. I guess they make money doing that. I'm not sure the ultimate reason, but that's the reality. So I'm going to take a break from all that, give you some positive stuff concerning the two big issues of our day, this coronavirus and Black Lives Matter, or the whole racial thing between the cops and the African-American population. Let's start with the coronavirus. Now, you know what the news is promoting right now and what they're saying. There is an uptick in the number of new cases, more people showing up at the hospital, especially in 4 particular states. Here's the problem with that for me. And I've told you this before, but I go to the CD website every day, and I have an Excel sheet I created, and I just jot down the numbers of new cases and deaths every single day, and for every state. Here's the problem with what the press is reporting. Number one, there's not an uptick in new cases nationally. It's pretty level. It's been the same for weeks now, over 20,000 new cases reported a day. But here's the positive part that's not being reported. The number of deaths, listen, the last several days have been under 500. That's back to totals we had at the beginning of this thing in March. That's incredible. You're not going to hear it. And then to the Black Lives Matter. And I'm not talking about the organization, but the reality and the emotional part of showing blacks they are loved, they're part of us, equal to all. So I was watching the local news, and it was about a local police officer, a white man, who had responded to a 911 call a year ago and saved the life of a newborn African-American child, only 12 days old. He gave her CPR, saved her life. And so as a year later, a celebration was taking place of the anniversary of that day. The black family of the child was in the home of the white family of the officer. They were celebrating and getting ready to go to a service where I think they were dedicating the child. But the white officer was going to become the godfather to the child. And I'm thinking, whoa! I got into it for a second. It was heartwarming and good and positive. And then I woke up and said, hey, they can't do this. It's the press job to divide us, to tear us absolutely apart, to destroy the very core of our nation. And then I realized, you know what? There are tens of thousands of 911 calls every day. And there's 1,000 examples of positive white officers toward black people as there are negative. And to Ilhan Omar, who said this week, you know what? Every police person is rotten to the root. It's got to be eliminated. Please send her back to Somalia.